right, beautiful. Thank you for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutes to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 into yoga, 26 postures, and 2 breathing exercises. If at any point in class something does not feel right for your body, remember that you can modify a posture, do something else, or skip it entirely. Yoga can be challenging at times, but you're never going to a point of pain, a point where you could cause harm to yourself or others. For the sun salutes, you'll come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together, arms down by your side. I will stand back a little bit and show you in for free. Take a moment standing up nice and tall. Feel your feet on the floor. Let your spine kind of lengthen. Bring your hands together at heart center. And we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale through your nose, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale through your nose, look forward and lengthen into a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, shoulder width distance, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, push up into a back bend. You can do up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor, or cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you reach your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Whether you're doing child's pose or down dog, make your arms long and spread your fingers wide, especially if you're in down dog. Root down through your knuckles, your palms, and the space between your index finger and thumb so that you're not putting all of your body weight onto your wrists. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, chin away from the chest, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, your up dog. Exhale, down dog. If you're doing child's pose, try to get your hips to your heels. If you're doing down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. If your heels don't naturally touch the floor, try taking a wider stance. If you have tight hamstrings, you can micro bend your knees to take weight away from the backs of the legs. Otherwise, press your thighs back, heels down, hips up. Make a V shape with your body. Take a slow inhale to your nose. And a slow exhale to your nose. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down. Beautiful, that's our little warm up. Come to the middle of your mat and towel. We will now hop into 26 into yoga, beginning with 2 sets of pranayama, standing deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class, good for you. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, HA, sound, head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down, look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down, breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide, like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels. Contract your quadricep muscles, squeeze your gluteal muscles, lock your legs. Exhale, head up, weight stays in the heels, thighs tight, glutes tight, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, suck your stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight. Exhale, head up, even as you exhale, abdominal wall contracted, shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set, deepest breath so far. Elbows a little higher, spine a little longer, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push and squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change. Arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together. Interlock your 10 fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring your knuckles underneath your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, stomach in, grow taller out of the base of your spine. And begin, inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, slowly push your head back, reach your arms forward, keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down, use the full 6 seconds to inhale, take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up, use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements, elbows touch when your lungs are empty. Inhale, I'll do a few with you. Breathe deep, full lungs, exhale. Elbows touch, lungs empty, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, head down. So through the breathing exercise, you're learning to breathe a little slower, a little longer, a little deeper, full lungs. Exhale, head up. You're also starting just to warm up the neck and shoulders at the beginning of class. Just the head drops back, no backward bending, push elbows together. Inhale, let's do 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in 1 more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Change, arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue Artichondrosta with Padasana Half Moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs. Nice tight white knuckle grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller like you're trying to touch the ceiling. Warming up the body. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, head and arms back, touch your biceps to your ears, stomach in. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left, beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Just remember, it's the first posture of the day and there's no rush. Know where you have to be, nothing you have to prove to yourself, to me, or to anyone else. All you have to do is breathe in and out through your nose. Let the breath be your guide. Bring the weight back into your heels, press your hips forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip a little forward to get your 2 hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Hips forward, arms back, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the left, press your hips to the right, breathe through your nose. So you want to keep the weight in the heels the whole time. Quadricep muscles contracting, glutes tight, stomach in. Lift your chin, lift your chest. It's a very proud posture. You have a lot to be proud of for practicing yoga today. So in this posture, you're waking up the spine. You're starting to work through tension in the shoulders and neck. You're stretching the right side body and toning the left side body. Don't collapse. Although it might look like a stretching posture, you're using a lot of strength. You remember to lock your legs, touch your biceps to your ears, use your grip strength, and keep your abdominal wall engaged the whole time. Little adjustments, push your right hip forward, 2 hips in line, then bring the right rib cage back, 2 shoulders in line, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle. First back bend of the day. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, and relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake, look for the floor behind you, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. Full spine back bending from coccyx to the neck. Lower back, middle back, upper back, bend your total spine backward bending, keep the weight in your heels, lock your legs, inhale breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, chest up, eyes open. Now bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change, inhale to come up, big stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, stomach in, fold, arms of yours, hands to floor, drop your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing. Roll forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come on up, chin away from the chest, knees can bend as you lift. Good, arms down. And you stand a little taller. That's the whole goal. Second set, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Think about zipping everything up and in. Push your heels down. Press your biceps into your ears. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop to the right, press your hips to the left, breathe. Maybe you get a little deeper in the second set, maybe not, right? The first set's largely diagnostic. You're just checking in with how the posture feels in your body. And in the second set, you can proceed accordingly. On days where you're feeling a little bit more loose, try to come down, push your hips to the left, stretch your upper body to the right. On days where you're feeling a little tight, focus on the fundamentals. Bring your right shoulder a little forward, left hip a little forward, come down, push, 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 change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle. Imagine you could lean against a wall behind you. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly bend to the left, press your hips to the right. Squeeze your palms together. Try to get the palms flat, wrists straight. No room for lighter air between the biceps, arms, and ears. Weight in the heels, hips forward, arms back, still breathing. In and out through your nose. If at any point in class you find that you can't breathe, do a little bit less. Push your right hip a little forward, 2 hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. If you can breathe, get a little deeper at the end. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. Keep your eyes open and relax your head back as far as it goes. This is an example of a posture where you might not be able to do deep belly breaths in and out through your nose, but you can still do little sips of air. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and take your arms back with your ears. So whole spine back bending, whole front of the body stretching, keep the weight in your heels, thighs tight, glutes tight, push stomach, thighs, hips forward, chest up, hands back a little bit more, bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch. Exhale, stomach in, fold. Go down with a flat back, straight spine, hands to floor, drop your head. Go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little tight or tender. Again, just checking in, especially at the beginning of class. Second set, Padasana, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. Keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing. Press your big toes down. Spiral your inner thighs back. Pull your stomach down your thighs, chest down your knees. Slide your nose between your calves down towards the floor. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes. Lift your hips up. Push your knees back. Try to lock your knees. Good, change, come on up with a scoop in the chest. So you come up with a flat back, knees can bend as you lift up. Good, arms down. From here on out, try to find a little bit of stillness and breath between every set of every posture. Awkward Ookatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance. Insides of your feet perfectly parallel like 11s. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, all 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. Reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with. 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway, only hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Suck it in, hold it in tight. Bring a little bit more weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up. Chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change, come on up, keep your arms there, push your hips forward, spread your toes wide, come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Concentrate, meditate, don't even blink your eyes. Stretch up at the top, bend your knees, sit down and lean back. Touch your head and hips to an imaginary wall behind you, keep your triceps tight, fingertips active, lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, last part, come on up, still breathing. Squeeze your knees, your inner thighs together. Let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. Take your time, listen to your body. You can stop whenever you want or keep sitting all the way down. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight. From the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, squeeze your inner thighs together, push the floor away from you. Good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, step your right foot to the right, same footprint, not too big of a step. If you put your hands on your hip bones and look down, that should be the space between your feet. Bring your arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, reach your arms forward, pull your abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So you can stick your butt out and fold forward to get your thighs parallel to the floor. Stomach in, from here, lean back. Roll the shoulders back and down, move your hips back a little bit more, shins back a little bit more, lift your chin up, chest up. Change, come on up, keep your arms there. Push your hips forward, spread your toes wide, lift your heels. Imagine somebody's got you by the ponytail, stretching you up to the ceiling. Stretch up one more time and sit down. So even as the knees bend, the spine is getting taller. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, last part, come on up, still breathing. Squeeze your knees, thighs together, let your heels come a little off the floor and slowly sit down. The slower you do, the better you do. Take your time, stop whenever you want, or stop when there's still a gap between your hips and your heels. So rather than resting all the way down, you stay nice and lifted, stomach in, change, slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we're gonna do the right side first. Keep in mind I'm not nearing you. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, swing right arm under left arm, right elbow under left elbow. Cross first at the elbows, again if you can at your wrists. One day palms together, thumbs towards your nose. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down into a chair. Stay down there, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right leg over left leg. Cross your legs each other, twist like ropes. Eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. Sit down, upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms up. Let's do the left side. Swing your left arm under your right arm, left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your nose. Remember, you can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, sit down, keep your hips low, lean back without lifting your hips, right? Stay low, bring your left leg over your right leg, cross Twist, squeeze, and breathe. In and out through your nose. Bring your knees a little to the left and upper body to the right. You want wrists, elbows, knees, and ankles all in one line. Notice where your weight is in your standing foot. Bring the weight back into your heel. Stick your butt out a little bit, fold forward to sit down more. Pull the elbows down, suck your stomach in, upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms up. Second set, here we go. Swing right arm, under left arm, bicep under tricep. Pull your elbows down, sit down, stay down there, lean back, and bring right leg over left leg, hamstring over quadricep. Move your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward. Push the top leg onto the bottom leg. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Press the palms together. Try to straighten the wrists and get the fingertips in line. Decompressing all the major joints in the body. Sit a little bit lower, lean your upper body back. Good, change feet together, arms up. Last one, here we go. Left arm under right arm. Pull your elbows down, sit down, lean back, and bring left leg over right leg. This side might feel different from the other side. Second set probably also feels a little different from first set. Again, the goal of yoga is self-realization and even God realization. And sometimes along the way, sure, we get a little bit more flexible or a little bit stronger. It's easier for us to balance. But these are all byproducts, right? The yoga is really about getting to know yourself better. Pull the elbows down, sit down more, lean your upper body back, hold and breathe. Good, change, feet together, arms up, arms down. Party time, you can grab a sip of water if you want. Where's my water bottle? Okay, cheers. Okay, let us continue. Balancing series, fall out 5 times, hop back in 6. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janushirasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. You can point your toes, already falling out, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back towards your face. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, round down, and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid. Concrete, one piece, lamppost, unbroken, you have no knee. If you know your standing leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently. Lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward, kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock, from the side legs, make an upside down L like Linda, then bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, arms straight, bend the right leg, right foot down. Shift your weight to your right leg, big toe points forward. Lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, pull your abdomen in. Option to stay here or round down and pick up your left foot. From start to finish, contract your inner thigh, outer thigh, lift your kneecap, use gluteus maximus and minimus, use your side seat, hip flexors, and abdominal wall. So the lower body's working here. Lock your right leg, flex your toes back. When you're ready, slowly, gently lift your left leg up. It's a real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up so that your knee is over your ankle rather than your big toe. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of both legs, maybe even a cramp on the top of the thigh as the hip flexor engages. Then bend your elbows down. Roll the shoulders back and down. Notice if the elbows are going out, bring the elbows in, chest down, elbows down, stomach in, hold and breathe. Change, take your time as you reverse out. You can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or an even. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, stomach in, round down, and pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Concentrate, meditate, don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance comfortably. Slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold and breathe. Whenever you're ready, slowly reverse out, no rush. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, stomach in, round down, pick up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked. Can you keep your big toe on the floor the whole time without grabbing the floor with your toes? When you're ready, lift your left leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down, shoulders down, and then tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Keep your big toe on the floor. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Take your time as you slowly come out. Good for you. Okay, that was a forward curl compression posture. Next, we do a big back bend and shoulder opener. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Feet together. Bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the side. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone. Thumb with your index finger, knees together to start. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin and chest. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, take a big breath, stretch up. And on the exhale breath, slowly charge your body forward, slowly. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. So at first, you just want to find a place where you can balance, breathe, and back bend. Find that stability, that back bend, the breath through the nose. Without losing the back bend, start to come down parallel to the floor. See the foot coming over the top of your head. From the side, 2 heels in line, kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Chin touches shoulder, shoulder blade scapula, stretching away from the body. Body down more, leg up more, charge your body forward. Try to touch the wall in front of you. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up, feet together, arms down. So whenever I fall out of a posture, I always hop back in. Even if it's at the end of the posture, I'll always just make sure to end in the setup, right? Other side, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, thumb with your index finger, bring your right arm up and back with your ear, knees together, hips in line. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, lift your chin and shoulder, take a breath, stretch up. And when you're ready, slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. If you fall out, hop back in, kick even harder. You are kicking in 2 directions. You're kicking back and you're kicking up. I find kicking back helps me balance more, but kicking up helps more with the back bend, right? Keep your chin and chest lifted. Sometimes you can also think about it as pushing. Push your left foot into your left hand, push your right fingertips forward, create maximum space between your right fingers and your left big toe. Bring the body down, leg up, keep the chin and chest lifted, still breathing through the nose. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. Try to find that stillness. Hardest part of class, best part of class, right? Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle. So simply doing this motion, you're stretching your quadricep muscle, you're opening through your chest and shoulder. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. That's all you have to do. Kick into your hand. Stretch forward, breathe through your nose. I have to tell you, I've not turned the heat on yet in my apartment. Even though my apartment is very cold, I am sweating a little bit, right? This is the cardiovascular part of class. Keep the left tricep muscle tight, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, come down to parallel towards the end, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, pick yourself up. Want to come out slow with control, feet together, arms down, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone, right arm up and back, left hip forward, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, breathe. Standing bow pulling pose, a bow like an archery. Some people say your right arm makes the arrow, left arm and leg make the bow. Iyengar takes it a step further. He says body is the bow, posture is the arrow, but the target is the soul, right? It's about self-realization, getting to know yourself better, and enjoying the company you keep when you're by yourself. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, kick yourself up. Okay, come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana, balancing stick, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Nice tight white knuckle grip. Step your right foot forward. Shift your weight to your right foot, stretch up, point your left toes, and when you're ready, come down like a slow moving seesaw. Eventually, arms, body, head, and legs, everything parallel to the floor. So from the side, body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Very nice. Left foot down, right foot back, stomach in, lean back, stretch up. Step your left foot forward. Move your right hip forward, even out your hips, stretch, and come down. Notice if the right hip starts to lift up, drop your right hip down, spiral your inner right thigh back, bring the chest down, lift your right leg up, point your right toes, press your palms together, hold and breathe. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath, hold still. So when we learn how to hold still, even with an increased heart rate, right, we're learning how to stop inertia. We're learning a little bit of Jedi mind tricks, learning to control the mind rather than having the mind control you. Second set, feet together, arms up, switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, step your right foot forward, lock both legs, stretch and tilt. Charge your body forward, stretch your left big toe back, pull the abdomen in, hips and armpits facing the floor, chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch, change, left foot down, right foot back, stomach in, stretch up, step your left foot forward, lock both legs, point your right toes, stretch and tilt. Imagine like a tug of war and your body is the rope. Charge your body forward, stretch your right big toe back, lift your leg up, leg up, leg up, leg up, stretch and change. Right foot down, good for you. Left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. You can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures. I will face you. Standing, separate leg stretching. Dandayamana, Vikatapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head, nice shoulder stretch. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, nice big step, arms down parallel to the floor. You can either turn your toes, point your toes forward, or turn your toes in. Just make sure that your toes are never wider than your heels. Lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Stick your butt up all the way down. Eventually, you'll grab your heels from behind, pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs, pull and stretch, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. If you can't grab your heels, play around with your step, maybe a bigger or smaller step. You can also try grabbing onto the outsides of your feet, or if your knees are bending, put your hands on the floor in front of you, walk your hands forward, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs, keep pulling, keep stretching, keep breathing. Inhale through your nose, roll forward. Exhale through your nose, pull, stretch. Touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, hips forward, legs locked. Good, step your right foot back to the place, arms up and arms down. If your forehead easily touched the floor in the first step, take a little bit of a smaller step. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, play around with your step. A bigger step might help you out, but you never want your step to be so wide that you lose control of your legs. You want to feel the stretch in the hamstrings, not the inner thighs. Second set, arms up. Step your right foot to the right, nice generous step. Be generous with yourself, arms down parallel to the floor, toes in, heels out, chest up. Swan dive forward, look forward. Good. If you can, grab your feet, bend your elbows back, elbows to calves, lift your shoulders, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. Hearing lift your shoulders might sound counterintuitive, but remember that you are upside down. So if you lift your shoulders up, you actually decompress your neck spine. Roll forward, and if you find that your spine is rounding, like you're looking back, almost arch your spine, look forward. If your head's not yet touching the floor, take a little bit of a bigger step and then play with your edge. Pull on your heels, Roll your weight into your toes, lift your hips up, walk your legs, pull and stretch. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, full body stretching. 3, 60-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your exactly forehead to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, no rush. Step your right foot back, arms up and arms down. A little dry in here, I'm gonna grab a sip of water. Okay, triangle, Trikonasana, let's do it. Inhale your arms over your head sideways. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Nice big step, arms down, parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back. Turn your right foot out, left toes in. Inhale, bend your right leg and lunge. You can bounce a couple times to warm up your hips and knees. Sit as low as you can. Stay down there, lean back, and move your arms at the same time. Eventually, elbow in front of the knee. If your right thigh bicep is not yet parallel to the floor, make sure you're not collapsing down. Also, make sure you're not staying all the way lifted. You want a 45-degree angle, a diagonal line from your ankle to the crown of your head. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, reach your left shoulder up, stretch your right shoulder down, pull your abdomen in. Push your left hip forward and down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Now turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. And you can bounce a couple times to warm up the hips and knees, and then sit down. Lean back, keep your spine straight in the middle, and move your arms at the same time. Aim your fingertips between your big and second toe. Never touch the floor. You're always hovering just above. Pull the abdomen in. Use your core strength to stay lifted. Look up towards the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Use your tricep strength, your arm strength to open through your chest and shoulders. So reach your right arm up. Stretch your left arm down. Bend your left knee to sit down a little bit lower, and then use your inner thigh strength to open the hips. So imagine you squeeze your heels together. Feet stay in place, but that's the inner thigh strength we want to engage. Turn and twist, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back to the place, arms up, arms down, hold still, stand tall. Second set triangle, arms up, step your right foot to the right, nice big step, push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, inhale, bend your right knee, sit down, lean back, and move your arms, elbow in front of the knee, aim your fingertips between your big and second toe, never quite touching the floor, look up toward the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, reach your left arm up, stretch your right arm down, pull your abdomen in, push your left hip forward and down, push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, now turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So this is the summit of the standing series. We're using all the major muscle groups in the body, right? You're toning your arms, your core, your legs. You're also twisting the spine, opening through the hips and chest. Look up, stretch up, reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, bend your left knee, sit down more, chest up more, turn and twist, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms up, and arms down. Going inward, standing separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikram Yoga, Garasana. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Only cross your thumbs. Exhale. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, at least 36 inches. Shift your weight to your heels. Pick up your toes and pivot on your heels, either to one side of your mat or the back of your mat if you're on the long side of mat. Turn your back, left toes in. Push your left hip forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and you go down. Chin to chest, stomach in, round your spine, touch your exactly forehead and knee together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Now, if your forehead and knee aren't touching, keep your back leg straight, heel on the floor, but you can bend your front leg, push the floor away from you, tuck your chin to your chest, and bring your forehead and knee a little bit closer together. Squeeze into the abdominal wall as you round your spine. Push your forehead into your knee, lift your kneecaps, lock your legs, walk your hands back together first, and change. Slowly uncurl, left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. When you're ready, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels to the other side of your mat. Uncross your heels, turn your back, right toes in, squeeze your right glutes, push your right hip forward so your hips and armpits are in line. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Round, scoop, curl, tuck, concave, chin to chest, stomach in, touch your forehead to your knee. You can also turn your back toes in more. That's another trick that might help you move the right hip forward to even out the hips. So back toes can turn forward, right? You can bend the left leg, push the floor away from you, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead and knee together. When you touch your forehead to your knee, you round your whole upper body over half of your lower body, all of your vertebrae over one femur bone, true compression of the abdominal wall, true extension of the spine. Push your forehead into your knee, lift your kneecaps, lock your legs, hands together. Change, squeeze the right glute, press the right hip forward, right shoulder forward, chin to chest, head up last, full stop at the top. When you're ready, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. This is the point in any class, whether it's yoga or otherwise, at around the 40-minute mark where our attention span starts to wander, or our attention span starts to wean. That sentence didn't even make sense, see? So in the second set, see if you can really be with your breath and your body. This is an invitation. Second set, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top. Step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Shift your weight to your heels. Pick up your toes, pivot. Turn your back toes in, push your left hip forward, forward, forward. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You can't see your front foot all the way down. Chin to chest, stomach in, round your spine, touch your forehead to your knee, front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Notice if you're tensing up your jaw. See if you can relax your jaw and tuck your chin to your chest at the same time. These things are related, but they're not interconnected. Maybe relaxing your jaw here will help you relax your jaw outside of yoga as well. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms with your ears, head up last. When you're ready, pick up your heels. I'm going to show you from the front. So the heels are in line, but they're not crisscross, right? That'll make it hard to balance. And again, you can turn your back toes in more if it helps you move your right hip forward more. Stretch up, chin to chest, go down. Can you feel your palms pressing together? Can you feel your arms with your ears, your chin to your chest as you scoop the hips forward and concave the abdominal wall? Balance challenge, keep the hands together. Push the tips of the fingers into the floor just beyond the big and second toe. Look towards your hips and notice if one seems to be higher than the other. For most folks, you want to move the left hip up and the right hip forward to get your 2 hips in line, 2 shoulders in line. That way both sides of your back can round equally the same. Push your forehead into your knee, lock your legs, hands together, change. Go slow, press the palms together, keep the arms to the ears, hips forward, head up last. Lovely. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose, Tadasana. This is the hip opening series. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Heel to costume. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape, never forcing your body. You can bring one or both hands together. Elbows down, spine straight. Take an inhale through your nose. And a slow exhale through your nose. Nice. Change, right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up. Hold on to your foot from underneath the foot with one or both hands. Heel to costume, let your left knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together. Shoulders down, spine straight. If your foot tends to fall like mine does, hold on to your foot. Remember that we're not symmetrical, right? This side might feel different from the other side, and that's okay. It's all part of the journey of getting to know yourself a little better. Change, left leg down. Toe stand, Padasana. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Helps with concentration, meditation, balance, and focus. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Your foot can be anywhere above the knee, anywhere on your thigh. If your foot is prone to sliding, hold on to it on the way down. Otherwise, hands together, stomach in, fold forward. Hands to floor first. Sometimes just hanging out here with a micro bend in your standing leg is a great side seat stretch for your right hip. If you want to go further, walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down on your heel. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips and stretch the crown of your head up to the ceiling. You can bring left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand palms together, namaskar. Come a half inch off your heel. Good. Whenever you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg. And then press your hips forward to reverse out. Good. Change right leg down, shift your weight to your right leg, lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, heel to costume, let your left knee drop. You can bring one or both hands together, look towards the floor, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun, fold forward. A little bit goes a long way. You can keep your hands on the floor, just folding forward or lean forward with your heel, bend your knees, sit down. Walk your hands back, stretch your spine up, keep breathing through the nose. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand palms together, come a half inch off your heel. Whenever you're ready, hands to floor, you can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg. And then push your hips forward to come out. Good. Change left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump. Turn around, Savasana. We are on the floor for the rest of class. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle. Wee. Okay, bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Savasana is a gas station, let it fill you up. So I have this book with me, 365 Daily Meditations for On and Off the Mat, a Year in Hot Yoga. So this book of daily meditations is actually from the 26 and 2 style of yoga, which is fun. And I've been reading them occasionally. I never think to read the prompt beforehand. So sometimes I like them and sometimes I disagree. But this is November 3rd. There's no room for shame when we laugh. At every yoga studio, fear waits at the door in a lot of shady disguises. Each student sees something different. Some fear the heat, some fear the stretching, some fear the teacher, some fear the advanced students, some fear the mirror. There are as many yoga fears as there are students to have them. Personally, I fear pardon. That humiliation runs deep. During a recent class, my worst fears came true. I accidentally ripped one that was so loud it could have ended a marriage. It was Hall of Fame material. Talk about wind removing pose. Funnily enough, nobody died. Everything was fine. In fact, we all had a good giggle about it. It taught me an unexpected life lesson. There's no room for shame when we laugh. And the question for the day is, are you willing to accept the risk that what you fear might come about? Are you willing to accept the risk that what you might fear might come about? I think our fears have changed a lot over the last year and a half. And particularly like for those of us that are still practicing from home on a regular basis, right? Maybe you don't have like access to a mirror or heat, or you're only practicing by yourself or maybe with a loved one next to you. But it's a little bit different. And yet I think, fear will always persist, and maybe the fear becomes something else that, I don't know, you'll do something silly on Zoom and someone will see you, or, you don't want people to see your house or whatever it is. So it's just interesting to me when I think about, no matter what environment we practice yoga in, when we confront ourselves, there's always going to be that thing that's a little bit uncomfortable, whether you're in a studio or at home, whether you're practicing in front of a mirror with other people or all by yourself, right? So it's interesting to notice how that fear shifts. And I thought it was interesting what he was talking about, laughing. I once read that like 80 or 90% of laughter is from uncomfortable situations, right? It's like the vast majority of the time that we're laughing, it's a disarming mechanism because we can be uncomfortable. And it's not a bad thing. It's just something, maybe something to observe. So speaking of wind removing pose, Padasana, here we go. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip.
Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor without lifting your head, tuck your chin in a little bit, pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in your lower abdomen, massaging your ascending colon. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down, massaging your descending colon. We are purposely putting pressure on the lower abdomen. It is called wind removing pose or gas removing pose for a reason. It's also good for grip strength and it's a nice hip opener. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class today. Good for you. If you can't grab your elbows, grab your elbows. If you still can't grab your elbows, at least you tried. From here, you can interlace your fingers, you can grab your wrists or your forearms. You can also place your hands on your knees or the backs of your thighs and squeeze tight. There's varying degrees and levels of every posture, which means there's room at the table for everyone. Change, arms down and eyes open. Take a breath. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your fingers, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Pull down, do keep your left side body on the floor. If your left calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, try flexing your left toes back to your face. Change, right leg down, left leg, lift up, pull your knee out and down, knee towards the armpits, head on the floor, tuck your chin in a little bit. Feel the neck spine lengthen as you open the hip capsule. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other. And if it's easy to grab your elbows, palm your elbows, right? You can always get more compact. Squeeze your knees together and down, massaging the transverse colon. Again, this posture is good for digestion. Yeah, it's a nice way to give yourself a hug, and you're also lengthening through your spine. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back today, skip the sit up. Roll off to the side, meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, good. Turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor, just below your shoulders, so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Beautiful. Use 100% spine strength. Looks so nice. Come up halfway only. Elbows stay bent. They make an L, a 90-degree angle. Where are your shoulders in relationship to your ears? Can you roll your shoulders back and down? Stretch your elbows towards your hip bones. Fingers point forward, toes point back. Lock your legs. Squeeze your butt. Push your feet, hips and hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. This is an inverse opening to the hips and shoulders in belly Savasana. It's also a gentle twist to the neck and opener to the shoulder. Second set, bring your chin forward, place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders. If you roll your shoulders down, they won't touch your fingernails. Zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, look up, and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, lock your legs. For a lot of us, when we lock the legs, the kneecaps lift up, but the feet and the hips stay grounded. Now we're really starting to work into the back muscles. This is the first of 4 postures in the spine strengthening series. And as the name suggests, we are strengthening our back, right? You're strengthening all of the muscles that surround the spine. You're also starting to open through the chest and shoulders where a lot of us carry tension. Lock your legs, push feet, hips, and hands down, lift your chest up. Good, change, slowly lower down, look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels open. For me, the spine strengthening series are not necessarily like the sexiest, most Instagrammable postures in the sequence, but also to me, like, this is why I practice yoga, right? These are the postures that give you like good quality of life, that help you sit up tall, that help you like walk upstairs with ease, right? These are the postures that make the rest of the day a little bit more manageable. Locus Shalabhasana, bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Option to keep your arms out to the side or bring your arms underneath you. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Spread your fingers wide, press your knuckles down. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Press your shoulders down, stretch your big toe back, lift your leg up. change, slowly right leg down. Relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Keep your hip and forearm in contact, sole of the left foot flat to the ceiling. Press your hands back, roll forward, lift your leg up, change, slowly left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in a little bit, mouth on your mat, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, zip up your legs, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, roll forward, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You got it. Struggle a little harder. Don't give up. Go for it. You can do it. Mouth down, shoulders down, knees, feet together. Lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Change. Awesome. Lower down. Bring your arms out. Look to the right, left ear on your mat. So one leg is practice for two legs. The real locust pose is that third part where both feet lift up. There are many different versions of locust pose throughout yoga. I think Bikram's is one of the hardest because our palms are down, which makes it safer for the shoulders, but also harder to lift up, right? It's the safest version with palms facing down, just a little harder. The legs are together and the legs are locked. So like many of the postures in this sequence, they're both more difficult on the one hand than other styles of yoga, and also more beginner friendly because the way that we're doing it, you're less likely to get hurt. Second set, bring your chin forward, arm straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you as best you can. But because it's such a hard version of this posture, we do one leg first to practice. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. So practice feeling your leg lift up. Notice how high you can lift one leg. Anatomically, this is how high you can lift both at once, right? You have all the elements there. You're just learning how to put them together. Change, right leg down, lock your left leg, point your left toes, and lift your left leg up. Now, in the third part, three things are going to happen at once. You're going to push your hands back, roll forward, and lift your legs at the same time. I can't describe them all at once, but you're doing them all at once. So let's practice here. Push your hands back, roll forward, lift your leg. Change, left leg down. So let's try those elements in the third part. Tuck your chin in, mouth down. Again, you're going to roll forward, push your hands back, and lift your legs at the same time. Let's try it. Knees, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You can do it. You got it. Mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight, squeeze your butt. Lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. And change, lower down, slow. Take your arms out, look to the left, right ear on your mat. Take an inhale through your nose. And an exhale through your nose. Okay, Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings. Zip up your legs, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. Beautiful, like a 747, taking off just your hip bones on the floor. The rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go. Body knows to follow. Reach your arms apart. Keep your knees, feet together. Lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes. Now lift your thighs up. Chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, left ear on your mat. Maybe now you can get your whole left ear on your mat or your chin a little closer to your shoulder. Maybe not, right? We're just slowly working through neck and shoulder tightness. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side. Speaking of neck and shoulder tightness, this posture is really good for opening up your neck and shoulders. Knees, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. So in this posture, we are lifting chest and legs off the floor at the same time. It is so good for strengthening your back muscles. And with the arms out like this, you're also opening through the chest and shoulders a lot. Make sure your neck is long. You're not dropping your head down, but you're also not jamming it back, right? You can start to look up towards the ceiling. Where you look, the body will know to follow, right? So look up towards the ceiling, keep your knees, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to your left, maybe whole right ear on your mat, maybe chin a little closer to the shoulder. Never forcing, all you have to do is breathe. Okay, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. Start with your knees and feet close together. Squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Beautiful. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Keep your face relaxed. You're kicking in 2 directions. You're kicking back and you're kicking up. Start to kick up to the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Change, lower down. Look to your right, eyes open, mouth closed. As you inhale, feel the backs of your ribs expand. As you exhale, let your chest and shoulders fall. Second set, last one on the stomach. Chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside. Notice if your wrists are bending. Bring the insides of your wrists closer together so your wrists are straight. For those of us with small hands, I know that's hard to do, right? I feel sorry for myself in this one too, but you're going to use your upper fingertip strength. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick. Every once in a while, I'll do like a private class and someone's like, my hands are too small. And I'm like, I have met one other adult in my life with smaller hands than me. If I can do this, you can do this, right? So the wrists are straight. You're working on fingertip strength here. You're pushing your feet into your hands, the deep back bend. It's good for digestion, right? You want to freeze between your ribs and hips. Notice if you're rocking back and forth a lot, try to hold still. Knees in, feet out, wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick, 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 kick. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right here on your mat. Take a breath. But for my fellow short, small-handed people, I totally, there are moments in class that are harder, right? Like toe stand when you can't actually touch your fingers to the floor. I'm right there with you. Bring your chin forward, put your hands on the floor. The struggle is real, right? Put your hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat for fixed firm Supta. You can open your knees and feet, point your toes back, option to stay here or start to walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time until eventually you can sit down between your heels. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If you can sit between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, knees never come off the floor, left elbow down, knees never come off the floor. Drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows, each other, and fold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, quads, and hips. Never a point of pain. This posture is so good for working out lower body tightness, but a little bit goes a long way. Change. Put your hands on your feet, press yourself up. Pedal last, very nice. Turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. You know when you're like cooking or baking something and you just need like a pinch of a spice for it to, make that cake pop or whatever it is, right? Same thing with this posture, especially if you have like tight toes, ankles, or knees. You just need a pinch of a pinch of it, right? You don't have to like force your body to go down all the way in the posture. A little bit goes a long way. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, turn, come to the top of your mat, second set. Start knees, feet together, hips on your heels, open your feet, sit between your heels. You can also open your knees as well. If it's easy for you, try to keep knees together. Option to stay here or put your palms on your soles. Right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other. In my newsletter this week, I talked about the history of yoga postures, yoga asanas, and as you may know, a lot of yoga postures are only like 150 years old to even like 15 years old. Like reverse warrior pose was probably created in like 2000. So a lot of postures are pretty new, but this one or a version of this one is actually really ancient. Some folks refer to this posture as hero pose. This is like a at least a 500-year-old posture, but likely closer to like 1,000 years old. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up. Head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. And in fact, there's several like really old postures in this sequence. And there's also several really new or unique postures in the sequence. So our version of triangle pose, for example, is unique to this style of yoga. It's something like Bikram came up with. But on the other hand, right, a warrior pose is also not that old. It's just that this is unique to this style of yoga. But postures like the one we just did, and actually a version of the posture we're about to do, are really old, which I think is cool. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. So sometimes when I'm feeling lonely, I think about how many people are practicing this posture, around the world with me, and how many people have practiced it throughout history. Half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, chin away from your chest and go down. So think about how many people have practiced this posture before you, how many people will practice it after you, right? Pretty cool. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, tilt your pinky fingers down, get elbows and wrists off the floor. Just the knife edges of the pinky fingers touch the floor. The rest of the arms are in the air. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up, chin away from your chest, arms in your ears, good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. You are always welcome to walk yourself in and out of that posture, like using your hands to go in and out with a flat back. And also remember that the sit-ups are also optional, right? You can always roll off to the side and skip sit-ups. Everything we do in this class is optional, and it's also malleable, right? So even though we in general want to keep the sequence the same, and you're certainly welcome to take modifications or ask me questions after class if you have any concerns about certain posture. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, or roll off to the side. Okay, come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. Remember that you can put your hands on the floor and walk yourself in, or try to touch head to the floor first, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change, come on up, chin away from the chest, stomach in, nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. If you ever need to skip a posture, skip a sit up, modify a posture, right? Whatever that is, do it. And then every once in a while, try it like the OG, right? The original way, because the body does change. And similarly, if you've been doing the same posture the same way for a long time and something is hurting, that also might be a sign to skip it for a while or do a modification or whatever it is. But just remember, if you're doing the exact same thing that you were doing last year, that might be a sign to try something different in both directions. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. The postures and the practice stay the same so that we can change. Come to the top of your mat, stand back a little bit, come to the top of your mat for camel Ookatasana or deepest back bend. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers inside. Push your hips forward, lift your chin and chest, lift your nose, and when you're ready, let your head drop down. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. When you're ready, put your hands on your back, press yourself up, head up last, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. So the postures stay the same so that we can change. And as a teacher over the years, I've occasionally observed folks who change the postures so that they don't have to change. And I've also occasionally observed folks who really stick to the original version of the posture, even though it's causing them pain. I would recommend a middle path where, again, from time to time, if you need to modify or do something different, go for it. But if you are constantly modifying in order to not work into that tight spot, right, that might be a sign to try the hard way or the right way, whatever that is for you. But again, only you can know that. And it's a personal practice, and that is yours to have, right? Yours to know, yours to play around with and discover. The cool thing about having a long-term yoga practice, play. Try a modification today, try a different modification tomorrow, then go back to the original one on Saturday, right? You have all the time in the world, so go ahead and have fun. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the top of your mat, second set. If you have tight knees, you're also always welcome to roll up your mat so there's extra padding under your knees. You can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still keep 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your back. Maybe think about bringing elbows closer together behind you. Push your hips forward, lift your chin and chest, let your head go back. Go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Right hand down, grab your right heel. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside. Full palm grip on your heels. Push stomach, thighs, hips forward, chest up, head back, hold and breathe. Good, change. Put your hands on your back, press yourself up. Head up last, stretch up, sit down, turn around, Savasana. Let everything stretch out in Savasana, especially after that back bend, right? Think about everything getting a little bit longer, a little bit looser. So you lie on your back and breathe through your nose. Let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the middle of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Rabbit, Sassangasana, grab your heels from the outside. So again, if you have small hands like I do, I can't actually grab my heels in the setup. You can grab your butt on the way down, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So a lot of these postures are dependent on our body proportions, right? Once forehead to knees, top of head to floor, and now reach back and grab your heels, pull on your heels if you're not already doing so. Don't lose the grip and lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. So, different postures lend them, or different body proportions lend themselves better to different postures. And what I really like about this style of yoga is like, no matter what your body proportions are, like long legs, long torso, short arms, long arms, whatever it is, there will be a posture that is easier because of your physiology, and there will be a posture that is more difficult because of your physiology. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, but for that same reason, sometimes what I described might not apply to you, right? Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. So typically folks with longer torsos find camel a little bit easier, and this one, rabbit, a little bit more difficult. For folks with, shorter torsos, right, rabbit pose might come more naturally to you. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press the tops of your feet down, lift your shoulders up away from your ears to decompress the neck spine. Roll forward, lock your arms, stomach in, hold and breathe. Change, hips down first. Pull yourself out, slow with intention. Head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. We're gonna do 2 very quick sets of head to knee with stretching. Starting now, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. All right. Come to the middle of your mat, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L, as in legs. Inhale your arms over your head, big stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee. Now, if your forehead and knee don't touch with a straight leg, that's really normal. Bend your right leg as much as you want. Touch your knee and head together, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, 2 legs make a 90-degree angle, stretch up, turn to your left, chin to chest, touch your forehead on your knee, interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down and sit up. Uttanasana stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, stick your butt out even more, puff up your chest, lock your legs, and fold forward. Stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees, stretch, shoulders back, neck long, one day forehead and toes touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, second set, head to knee, Sassangasana, right leg out, left leg in, heel to costume, sole of foot should push into inner right thigh bicep, arms up, stretch up, turn to your right, chin to chest, touch your forehead to your knee. Now, if it's easy to touch your forehead to your knee with a bent leg, keep going, press your heel forward. If your leg is straight, keep going, lock your leg, bend your elbows down, left rib cage down, right rib cage up. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, stretch up, turn to your left, chin to chest, touch your forehead to the knee. Notice if your right knee, right hip are coming off the floor, you want to move the right knee and right hip down, opening through the hips. Spiral inner left thigh down, flex left pinky toe back, bend your elbows down, roll into the right. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, option to stay here or lay down, and step. Paschimottanasana, second set, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your buns back, right, left. Again, knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, puff up your chest and fold. Imagine you're gonna hook your ribs over your knees, stomach to thighs, chest to knees, one day toes and head touch. Change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. Try not to anticipate, just participate. Legs together, arms over your head, chin to chest, sit up. Okay, come to the middle of your mat. Artichondrosta, half lord of the fish pose. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to left knee corner. Right arm close behind you, left arm up, bend over, grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or reach behind you, catch your left thigh with your right hand for a half bind. Evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones so you're not leaning back or to one side. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, look back, twist and twist and twist. Nice, change, unwind, swap out your legs, wee, bend your right leg on the floor, touch left heel to right knee, left hand close behind you, right arm up and over, push your knee out of the way, grab your right knee with your right hand, inhale, stretch up, point your right toes, exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. Again, notice if you're leaning back, lock your hand in even more. If you can balance here, reach back, catch your right thigh with your left hand, keep spine straight, chest up, feel each and every vertebrae twisting like beads in a necklace. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, look back, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. We begin this sequence with a breathing exercise and we end full circle with another breathing exercise. For me, it always feels a little bit like closing a cosmic loop. I never leave my mat the same person that I stepped onto it, right? There's a little bit of transformation that goes on every time you step onto your yoga mat. Good for you. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Okay, come to the middle of your mat, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun, Kapalbhati breathing. Here we go. Five, four, three, two, one. So exhale through your mouth as you pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs automatically take in air. Sit up tall, shoulders down, spine long, and begin. Five, four, three, two, one. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around. Final Savasana. Close your eyes, open your arms and legs, take up as much or as little space as you'd like. And take a deep, life-giving breath. You can inhale to your nose, feel your chest rise. And exhale through your nose, feel your shoulders fall. Be very careful what you tell yourself. Your thoughts are your prayers, and the universe only knows how to say, Yes.